There are a bunch of E3 2019 rumors and leaks running around. One is pointing towards the announcement and revelation of Watch Dogs 3, as well as another game. I want to take a look at that and what we can expect come E3. Of course, for some of you guys, you aren't as excited for E3 as in prior years, considering that Sony is going to be missing out. However, I would still keep your expectations in line and expect a lot of cool games, especially games that will be coming to the PlayStation 4 with all the third parties that are going to be there. And as we get closer and closer to E3, remember, it's early next month, expect the rumors and talk to just heat up from here on out. Also, we have some information on Wolfenstein, Youngblood, and Rage 2. Both of those games are going to be published by Bethesda. With Rage 2, we have a content roadmap. We've heard that this is a game that when it's released on May 14th, there's going to be a lot of content to get into. There's going to be a lot of updates in the coming months as well, so we'll talk then. And also, we got some not so stellar information about Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. That game will require you to always be online. We'll talk that at the end of this video. First up, E3 2019 is coming up, and one of the main publishers that's always made a big impact at E3 is, of course, Ubisoft. And recently, I have to say, Ubisoft has been doing a really good job with all of their games. Division 2 has turned out rather well. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was very well received. For Honor continues to be a rather persistent experience. We got the announcement of Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and that's shaping up pretty nicely. However, one of their franchises that has been dormant for a couple of years is, of course, Watch Dogs. However, adding to the numerous rumors that Watch Dogs 3 is in development, the Reddit poster who leaked Ghost Recon Breakpoint prior to the official reveal claims that the next entry in Ubisoft series will be revealed at E3 2019. I've been pointing to that for quite a while. Not only do I think Watch Dogs 3 will be revealed at E3, I also think it's going to be released later this year, because we already know Ubisoft is going to take a break for a year from the Assassin's Creed franchise, so I imagine they gotta get some sort of major open world game out this fall. What better game than Watch Dogs 3? But alongside the revelation of Watch Dogs 3, apparently will also come the reveal of a game with the codename Orpheus. We have no information on what that game could be. I would love to see a brand new Splinter Cell game, but I've been asking for that for quite a while. Going back to like E3 of last year, hopefully at some point we get some information on that. But the first rumor that a Watch Dogs sequel was in the works surfaced all the way back in spring of 2018 when Ubisoft tweeted out a cryptic clue that was followed up by Ubisoft's virtual AI assistant Sam, stating, quote, Watch Dogs 3 is not finished yet, but from the last early build I tried, it's very solid. So that's very weird for Ubisoft's own AI to do that. Obviously, they're playing along with this game. Ubisoft just wants to get people excited for Watch Dogs 3. And the interesting thing about Watch Dogs is, ahead of the release of Watch Dogs 1, I felt like this was a series that was going to take the gaming world by storm this generation. Unfortunately, Watch Dogs 1 did have its fair share of issues. While it was an okay game, it definitely had a lot of issues. Watch Dogs 2 then came out, and I often compare Watch Dogs 2 to Assassin's Creed 2, not in the same gameplay style. However, if you look at what Assassin's Creed 2 did from Assassin's Creed 1, it made the game so much better, and that's what really took the Assassin's Creed franchise off. Watch Dogs 2, from a gameplay standpoint, is a gigantic improvement from Watch Dogs 1. Unfortunately, unlike Assassin's Creed 2, I feel like that game isn't recognized as well, even though Watch Dogs 2 is an incredibly compelling game. It just seems like gamers haven't taken to it as much as they did with Assassin's Creed 2 back in the day. I don't know why that is, even though Watch Dogs 2 is a great game. Now you'll see the game readily on sale for like $9, and there's a pretty lengthy demo on the PlayStation Store as well. If you've yet to try out Watch Dogs 2, I just recommend either try out that demo or buy the game outright, considering it goes on sale for like $9 to $10 all the time. It's definitely worth a playthrough, and it'll probably get you excited for Watch Dogs 3. We'll keep you guys posted as we hear more, but at E3 2019, not only should you expect Watch Dogs 3, but you can expect a lot of other revelations, like whatever game is codenamed Orpheus. Hopefully it's a new Splinter Cell game, but that's just a shot in the dark from me. Other games, of course, you can expect at E3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order will have some sort of presence, considering that EA is going to hold their own event. They're not going to have a traditional conference, but do expect some gameplay from them. Square Enix is going to have a big conference, and the Final Fantasy VII Remake has been all the talk recently, so expect a lot of cool stuff at E3 2019. Even though Sony's skipping out, there's a lot of reason to be excited, and do expect a lot of new game announcements and revelations. Outside of that, another publisher that's going to have a big impact at E3, that is, of course, Bethesda. And we're also coming up on the release of Wolfenstein Youngblood. That's coming out on July 26th, so I imagine we might get a quick trailer at E3, but given that game is finishing up at this point, that's not going to be Bethesda's heavy hitter. However, in an AMA thread over on Reddit, developers from Machine Games talked about the game and talked about Wolfenstein Youngblood, saying, quote, Youngblood is different than our previous titles in many ways. Player progression is level-based and the game structure is non-linear, which means the experience is player-directed in a way that we've never done before, where players will be able to perform missions in any order they please. And he also continued by saying, and while the storyline and campaign may be a bit lighter than New Order and New Colossus, the total gameplay time of Youngblood will exceed those titles, so that's pretty interesting. Wolfenstein Youngblood, obviously also a game that has an emphasis on cooperative play, and if you do pick up the deluxe edition, you'll get a buddy pass and you'll be able to invite a friend to play with you and they don't have to own the game, so that's a pretty cool addition as well. Wolfenstein Youngblood, I believe the base game is $29.99, and then if you do want the deluxe edition with the buddy pass, that is $39.99, and it'll be dropping on July 26th. The game that'll be dropping very soon is Rage 2. That'll be coming May 14th, so we're just a few days away, and of course, when the game drops, you're gonna have a sizable amount of content to delve into. However, after the game's launch, that's when the game is gonna get a lot of updates, and a lot more content is also gonna be released for the game. Come May, we're gonna have the game launch, and then we're gonna have the Wasteland challenges, weapon skins, and the world event Bring the Ruckus. June will bring the Day 30 update, and that'll add a new world event, Wasteland challenges, weapon skins, and new cheat codes. July, a new ride will be added in the one-wheeler. You'll get new Wasteland challenges, weapon skins, and a new world event in global warming. August will bring another slew of Wasteland challenges, world event, mutant derby, weapon skins, Rise of the Ghosts expansion, so that's a brand new expansion adding new story, new enemy factions, weapons, abilities, vehicles, and areas to explore. And finally, it was noted that come the fall, we'll have a new world event, Wasteland challenges, weapon skins, and then expansion 2 that'll also add new story, weapons, abilities, vehicles, areas to explore. Again, both of those expansions will be paid expansions. Outside of that, everything else will come as free updates. Expect Rage 2 to be an ever-evolving experience. My anticipation for the game is definitely growing. I'm hoping that id Software and Avalanche Studios can bring something of quality with Rage 2. The gameplay I've seen thus far has looked rather good. Avalanche has been a little hit or miss recently though, so hopefully they can get back on track with Rage 2 as the game does look pretty good, and it's one title that's only gonna get better over time. Alright, lastly, I've been talking about how Ubisoft is doing a really good job with all of their games right now. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, based on the footage and the information I've received about the game thus far, it's shaping up pretty nicely. Unfortunately, there is one bummer about Ghost Recon Breakpoint. The official Ghost Recon Twitter account put out, Breakpoint will require an active internet connection like The Division and Rainbow Six Siege, so you have to always be online while playing Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Is it a big deal given that this game has a gigantic emphasis on its online play? Not necessarily, but this becoming more and more of a normality in gaming is a bit of a bummer. And Ghost Recon Breakpoint, you can play through the game on your own if you want. I believe you'll have some AI helping you out, but in that case, the game shouldn't always require you to be online. In the case of The Division and Rainbow Six Siege, you can kind of understand, but with Ghost Recon Breakpoint, given that there is potential to play through the game alone, in that case, the game shouldn't always be online. But hey, it's become more and more of a normality in gaming, and honestly, if you want the ideal Breakpoint experience, this is a game you should be playing with a couple of friends, and you should be playing with those friends online, and that's how you're gonna get the best experience possible. If you played Ghost Recon Wildlands solo and you just had AI partners, that is absolutely not the way to get the best experience possible. But nonetheless, that is still an experience that the game is offering, and with that experience being offered, the game shouldn't always have to be online. But nonetheless, that is my 2 cents. I'm still very much excited for the game. It's coming October 4th. We've talked quite a bit about it, but it looks to be a sizable improvement from Ghost Recon Wildlands, and they're doing a lot more different with this game, more of an emphasis on the survival gameplay. And if you do pre-order the game, you will get access to the beta, and if you do buy the deluxe edition or gold edition or whatever they're calling it, you do get the game 3 days early. That's something that's becoming more and more of a normality in gaming as well, and I'm not a big fan of that. I've seen that with various sports games. Shadow of the Tomb Raider had that, where if you drop more money, you'll get the game a little bit early. Come on, all of these practices are obviously being done to get more money out of the gamer, but nonetheless, it seems like this is just going to be more and more expected. I've been saying that, yes, while the retail box might still list $59.99 as the price point, are you really still paying $60 for every game you buy? More often than not, you're paying a lot more than $60. In the case of Rage 2, if you buy that day one, you're gonna get 2 paid expansions. I'm sure Watch Dogs 3 is gonna have some DLC. Just the world we're living in right now, a little bit of a bummer, but it is becoming more and more normalized. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, E3 2019 is quickly approaching. Expect the revelation of Watch Dogs 3 and a lot of other games. Whatever this Orpheus game is, that's gonna be revealed as well. So a lot of reason to be excited. Wolfenstein Youngblood is set to have more content than previous Wolfenstein games. Rage 2 is going to have a lot of content updates throughout the rest of the year. And Ghost Recon Breakpoint will require you to be always online, which is a bit of a bummer, but I think it's kind of to be expected at this point. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching. you.